Welcome back, everybody, to A Man, a Van, a Plan. This is, I believe, episode 6. So before we get started today, I'm going to share something with you guys. Over the last 10 days or so, on days that I haven't been working and my evenings, I have been spending a lot of my time building, sanding, and painting a lot of the cabinets for the van. And of course, I filmed it. And then I sat down to do my editing. And as I was watching all the footage, I realized that it was boring. Yeah, really boring. I watched it a couple of times, and somewhere around the 17th time of me drilling in a pocket screw, I was bored watching my own video. And if I'm bored of watching it, I'm sure you guys aren't going to make it past the intro. So I did something that may seem as a YouTuber to be surprisingly difficult, but really, it wasn't. I deleted it. I didn't delete all the footage, I'm not completely crazy, but what I'm not going to do is make you guys watch 12 minutes of video while I explain stuff that doesn't really need to be explained. It would just bore the pants off you. So instead, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the condensed version. I'm going to show you how everything turned out, and then we're going to move on. Because the goal here isn't to show you every single thing that I do. It's to build a van. And hopefully, make some halfway decent, halfway entertaining videos while I do it. So, consider these first couple of minutes the abbreviated version of a video that probably should have been shorter in the first place. Alright, this will get you all caught up, and then we're going to move on to something that's going to take just a little bit of finesse. The other thing that I did, guys, was I rebuilt these base cabinets that I had knocked together a few weeks ago. After building them and putting them where they go and looking at them, I decided I really just didn't like them. So, here's some footage of me cutting those cabinets up so that I can reuse some of the wood. Some of you might be asking, is it painful to destroy a couple, 3 hours worth of work? No, not really, because it was substandard work. It was shoddy work. I didn't like it. So, no. I spent the morning, like I said, rebuilding these cabinets, and I'm going to be a lot happier with them, because I know they're done right, and I know they're done a lot better. So there you go. There is your abbreviated video on cabinet making. Today, we are starting another important part of the van build, and that is the shower. Now, I'm not actually building the shower from scratch today. Yesterday, I went to the hardware store. I got some fiberglass reinforced plastic, or FRP. I rough cut the FRP and glued it up to the plywood shower walls already. So today is mostly about cutting things to fit, maybe making some holes, and trying very, very hard not to cut anything I'm not supposed to. When I glued the FRP onto the plywood, I intentionally left a little bit of overhang that I need to trim off. So we're doing that now. And that's basically it. And trim the rest of this one, and then trim the next two as well. Next, we glue, nail, and screw the walls together. I actually have to build these inside the van because once they're built, I cannot get them in the van. The way that the geometry is on these things, there's just not enough room. Then we shift the shower closure into place. After that, we set the pan frame. And then test fit the shower pan. Well, it ain't big, but it'll do for a van. I like it so far. Gonna have to build myself a piece to come up this way next. Hey guys, check this out. Many weeks ago I marked my shower right in there at 36 inches and I put my line right there. Right here, if you look, I've got it marked. And this is where the shower is going to be. And I don't know, can you guys see that line? It is, I'd say, within a 1/16 of an inch, maybe an 1/8 of an inch, right to where I laid it out. What I'm getting ready to do is perhaps the most important part of the day. I've got to mark this drain where I want it to go, because if I screw this up, everything else is going to be screwed up. Right there. Now, if getting the drain placement right was one of the most critical parts of today's project, then what I'm about to do next is one of the most difficult. I'm running the drain for the shower partially inside the van and then partially outside the van and then over to the gray tank that I'm going to install in a few weeks. I can't go straight down with the drain because right below there sits the gas tank for the vehicle, and I obviously can't drill into the gas tank. So what I need to do is put 90 degrees on the drain, run it through the subfloor, and then down through the bottom of the van, then turn it another 90 degrees and run it over to the gray tank. So what I need to do next is I need to crawl under the van and I need to figure out exactly where I need to drill up into the van. And then I'm going to remeasure. Alright guys, we're here under the van. I didn't put it up on the rhino ramps because I'm not going to be under here that long, is the plan. But the plan is to drill a small pilot hole using a metal bit, and then a little larger pilot hole using a metal bit, and then I got to go through the subfloor using a wood bit. I sure hope that I have measured this correctly. I see light, so we're through. I'm going to take you guys in and make sure we did it in the right spot. Oh yeah, plenty of room. I was a little concerned at first. Yeah, but I've got a good inch right over here, so that'll work nicely. Okay, so with this one I've got to go through not only the subfloor, but I've also got to go through the floor of the van. It's going to be, I'm using the inch hole saw for this. Next, we've got to draw a couple of straight lines between these two holes. Now, we've got to cut out this section of subfloor. Well, this sucks. My oscillating tool is missing most of its teeth. See if we can get that to focus. Let me get out of the frame. It's missing most of its teeth. I almost bought a new blade when I was at the hardware store earlier today, but I thought, nah, I don't think I need one. I should have bought one. Well, I don't want to go back because it's a 35, 40-minute round trip, so we're going to try it with this. Well, it's more burning it out than cutting it out, but that's okay. It's what we're going to go with because it's what we got. All right, I've got this laid out right there. I am thwarted, however, because that connection right there requires Teflon tape. And someone, I'm not going to mention who, but someone was at the hardware store earlier today getting these plumbing pieces, and I almost bought a roll of Teflon tape. It was 99 cents. And I thought to myself, you don't need to buy Teflon tape. Surely you have 4 or 5 rolls of Teflon tape sitting at home in the garage. Just use one of those and don't spend the 99 cents. Well, yeah, I should have spent the 99 cents. It's pretty hot out. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here for the day. And I'll pick this back up tomorrow because tonight I actually have a show. We're closing The Importance of Being Earnest tonight. The Importance of Being Earnest is a show written by Oscar Wilde. And here's a little look at the show and some backstage stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed that look at some of the backstage goings-on and some of the on-stage goings-on of The Importance of Being Earnest. I played Dr. Chasuble, a priest. It was a small role, but a fun role. So fortunate I had the opportunity to do that. But today, we're back to plumbing and trying to get this shower in. That's today's goal, get this shower set so that I can move on and get my upper cabinets in. So I stopped on the way to the show yesterday and I got my Teflon tape. So we're ready to get back at it. Alright, I've got my sewer piping laid in, I've got my kill mat on behind here, and then my Havelock wool in. A couple pieces that I've got to put in here, but I'm going to wait and do those when I set the refrigerator cabinets. So the next thing to do is to slide this shower enclosure into place. All right, well, I'm not quite lined up. I put in a piece of trim back here, and I cut that piece of trim just a little bit too long, so it's causing this to be off right here. Not a big deal, just means I gotta pull this away, pull the trim, cut it, reset it, and try again. It's not a big deal. I got this reset. I pulled that piece of trim off. I cut it down about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little more, maybe 3/8, and put it back up, reset my shower walls, put my shower pan frame in there, and when we set the shower pan, oh yeah, we're there. We're there. That's great. Very nice. So what I'm going to do now is pull the shower pan. I'm going to go ahead and screw the frame to the walls of the enclosure so that doesn't move. And then we'll reset the shower pan. Okay, so the shower is in and set. The pan is just in there temporarily. I need to get some adhesive and adhesive it down. So this will get pulled one more time, put the adhesive down, and then set the pan for the final time. Then I will caulk everything in so it's all watertight for when I'm showering. Alright guys, it's actually the next day. There's just one final thing that I need to do, and that is run some water through the drain and make sure that it's draining properly with no leaks inside the van. Now, what I haven't done is I haven't mounted my gray tank up underneath the van yet. So right now, when I pour this water down here, it's just going to leak all over the driveway. It's just clean, fresh water, guys. There is absolutely no soap in this. I'm obviously not going to use the shower until I have it hooked up to the gray tank. I can't use it right now anyway because I don't have any supply lines run. So here we go. I can hear it draining outside. We'll just throw the rest of this in. And there it goes. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for this one. I'm really pleased with everything that I've got done today. I got the shower enclosure in. Like I said, I do still need to pull it up and secure the pan down, but that's maybe a 5-minute operation, and in fact I may do that here in just a few minutes. But that is where I'm going to leave this video. If you liked what you saw, do me a favor guys, give me a like, shoot me a comment telling me you liked it. It would encourage me to keep making these videos. I'm trying to grow this channel, and by you leaving me a like and leaving me a comment, that would really help me out and help people find the channel. Next time you tune in, we are picking up literally from right now. In fact, I've already started filming the next one. So I'll see you guys on the next one, and you can pick it up right here. Hey guys, welcome back to A Man, a Van, a Plan. Well, like I said, we're picking this one up right from where we left off before. I got the shower in on the last video. What I'm going to do today is just get